Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video we will learn about the connective tissues. So there are basically four types of tissues present in our body. So here I am writing the four types of tissues. The first one is epithelial tissues. The second one is muscle tissues, that is the third one is our nervous tissues. And the fourth one is our connective tissues. Right, so these are our four connective tissues type. Four tissues type. Now, what are the connective tissues? The connective tissues are basically cells which are less in number but having more extracellular fluid. So, less in number, few cells but a large amount of extracellular fluid, but large amount of ECM, extracellular matrix, right? So now what the matrix or the extracellular matrix is made up of? So here we will learn about the composition of extracellular matrix. Basically the extracellular matrix is made up of two things. The first one is ground substance and the second one is our fibers, right? So the ground substance, here I am writing that it is made up of two things. Number one is ground substance and the second one is our fibers. Now let's learn these two more briefly. The first one is ground substance. Now the ground substance is basically made up of the gags and glycoproteins. So it is made up of gags and glycoproteins. But now first of all let's see what is ground substance. Ground substance is basically a gel-like substance. It is having a high content of water because it's a fluid. So matrix always have a high content of fluids or water. High content of water. It is amorphous and it provides a medium to the nutrients to flow in through it. And the next thing about is that it is soluble in the reagents, prepared for microscopy. Right, and it cannot be seen, means it is unstained. So it has the unstained areas. Now it's composed of two things. First one is gags and the second one is glycoproteins. Now gags. The gags are basically, the full form of the gags is glycosaminoglycans, right? So here you can see it's glycosamine and glycans, GAGS, right? Now the gags are basically the long chains polysaccharide composed of disaccharide units. Now there are two types of GAGs in our body. The first one is sulfated and the second one is non-sulfated, right? So the first we let's see the non-sulfated, because it's one, that is hyaluronic acid. Now the sulfated GAGs, these are 5 in number. The first one is dermatan sulfate. The second one is keratin sulfate. Third one is heparin sulfate. Fourth one is heparin itself. It's heparin and it's heparin, right? Then the fifth one is, last one is chondroitin sulfate. Right? Now I have a trick for this. There is a town named Daherki. In the WhatsApp language, it is written something like DHK, right? So I have used that here. So it's DHK, Daherki, and then it's Chale. So I have used only the first two words of Chale, and the remaining one is of not all use. So here we have our trick for the sulfated GAGs, right? So the first one here is dermatan sulfate, heparin sulfate, keratin sulfate, chondroitin sulfate, and heparin itself, right? Now let's come upon the next one, that is glycoproteins. Now glycoproteins are basically nothing but the carbohydrate plus the proteins in them, right? Now the glycoproteins of the ground substance of the connective tissues, they have a special property, that is they connect the connective tissues to each other, like the cells of the connective tissues to each other, we can say. And its properties is it has the function in adhesion, right? So it helps in the adhesion in two ways. First of all, it connects the components of connective tissues to each other, right? Then it performs its function by two ways. Now let's discuss that two ways. The first one is that it has a binding domain, right? So through the binding domain, it binds to the different compounds or components of the connective tissue, and thus that provides the connectivity in between the components of the connective tissues, right? So the second one is that it has the special receptor proteins. It bind to the special receptor proteins that are called the integrins. Bind to receptor proteins called integrins, right? So the major adhesive glycoproteins of the ground substance are, now let's write its examples. Major one, The first one is fibronectin. And the second one is laminin. Now the ground substance of the cartilage has the glycoprotein that is called chondronectin, while the of the bone has the osteonectin, right? So let me write here. Cartilage has, because the chondro word means relates to the cartilage, while bone has osteonectin. Alright, now let's come upon the fibers. Now let's come upon the connective fibers. The connective fibers are long and cylindrical. They are proteinous in nature, right? Now the major, there are three types of the connective fibers. The first is collagen fibers, the second one is reticular fibers, and the third one is elastic fibers. So these three are the types of the connective fibers. So the two of these, like the collagen fibers and the reticular fibers, these both are made up of the collagen, while the elastic fibers are made up of the elastin protein. So first let's discuss the collagen, that what is collagen. Then we will talk about these three types. So first of all, collagen. Now the collagen fibers are the most important proteins and consist about the 25% of the whole body proteins. So constitutes 25% of body proteins. They are mainly synthesized by the fibroblast cells, but sometimes it is also formed by the osteocytes and the chondrocytes. So synthesized by fibroblast, osteocytes and chondrocytes. It means bone cells and the cartilage cells. Now let's see its composition. Basically it is a triple helical molecular structure, as it is formed by the three polypeptide chains that are alpha chains. And these three polypeptides join with each other in order to form a rope-like structure, because the threads, for example, let's take the threads and then wind it around each other, it forms a more tightened or a more strong structure. So same is in this case, that the connective fibers become formed of the three polypeptide chains that are alpha chains. These three of the alpha chains wind around each other and form a more strong structure, and these three of the alpha chains are connected to each other by the hydrogen bond. Connected to each other by hydrogen bond. Now there are the three amino acids that are, because they collagen are proteins. Proteins are made up of the amino acids. So there are three main important amino acids that constitutes the collagen. The first one is glycine, the second one is proline, and the third one is hydroxyproline. So let's write here major amino acid in it. first one was glycine, proline, and third one was hydroxy proline, right? Now there are mostly 28 types of the collagen, but the most important are the three. These are the fibrillar, sheet forming, and the anchoring. So let's discuss about its types. There are basically 28 types. Major are 3. Now let's discuss 3 of these one by one. The first one is fibrillar. The fibrillar collagen is the fibril forming collagen. So it is the chief source of the tensile strength in the animal tissues. So the fibrillar collagen is basically made up of the collagen type 1, 2, 3, 5, 11, right? These all type of the collagen are included in the fibrillar collagen. So the type 1 is the commonest, and the next thing about is that its diameter ranges from the 20 to 90 nanometer. Right? Then the thing about is that its length is several micrometers, and yes, it is the most commonest variety of the collagen. And one more type of the collagen is expressed with it, that is collagen type 5. Co-expressed with it. Right? Then guys, here we have the type 2. The type 2 is basically found in the extracellular matrix of the cartilage. Found in extracellular matrix of cartilage. Type 2 and type 11. Type 11 also. So we have done with 1, 2, 5, 11. The remaining one is type 3. So let's discuss type 3. The type 3 is found in the extracellular matrix and connective tissues of the extracellular matrix of the connective tissues as the fibrillar form. So it is found in the matrix of connective tissues. Then we have our second variety, that is the sheet forming collagens. The sheet forming collagens basically have type 4. Type 4 collagen, and it provides the support to the basement membrane of the epithelial tissues. Support to basement membrane of connective tissues. it also forms the external lamina of the adipocytes. Schwann cells forms external lamina of Schwann cells, adipocytes, smooth muscle cells, and skeletal muscle cells. Cardiac muscle cells are not included in them. Then we have our third type of the collagen, that is anchoring collagen. So here I am writing anchoring collagen. Basically, the anchoring collagen are also known as the linking collagen. So here I am writing its another name, that is linking collagen. The linking collagen has the type 7, 9, 12, 15. Type 7, 9, 12 and 15, right? These are included in that, and it serves to anchor the fibrillar and the sheet forming collagens to the component of the surrounding of the underlying connective tissues, right? So it anchors fibrillar and the sheet forming collagens. Now there are three types of the collagen fibers. So the first one is, now let's write first the types of the collagen fibers. Sorry, it's not collagen fibers, they are basically connective fibers, connective tissue fibers. So let's cut it here. Types of fibers. The first one is the collagen fibers. Types are three. The collagen fiber basically is made up of the type 1 collagen fibers, right? So it has the type 1 collagen fibers. It means the fibrillar collagen, right? So then it appears as the white unbranched chains. So appearance. White unbranched chains or threads like. Then its diameter. It is 2 to 10 micrometer. Then its course. It's wavy in course. Now overlapping. Its fibers overlap each other, but the 1/4 means quarter part is not overlapped, which forms the zones called the lacunar zones, right? So overlap each other in order to give strength each other except quarter part, which forms lacunar zones. Right? Then stain. It takes acidophilic stain. The next thing is stration. Cross stration. It means they are arranged something like this. Write this side. Then we have that when the collagen fibers overlap the neighboring one, the 1/4 part is left, right, which is called a lacunar zone, and the length of the lacunar zone is 40 nanometer. So let me write it here. Right, now the second type of the fibers, that is the reticular fibers. The reticular fibers are basically thinner than the collagen fibers. Its diameter is 0.5 to 2 micrometer. The next thing about the elastic fibers is that during its production it passes from the 3 stages. The first, let me write it here, stages of the production. The first stage is oxytocin fibers stage. There are 3 stages. First one is oxytocin. In this there is the fibrillar proteins which make up the meshwork in this, and so here let me write the glycoprotein fibrillar present. In this stage it is the thin and in the form of bundle having diameter 11 nanometer. The second stage is alanine fibers. From its name it is clear that the some fibers of the, now first let me tell you what is alanine. Alanine is equal to fibrillar plus elastin. So in this stage what will happen, the elastin protein will be accumulated in this network and they will both form the alanine fibers. So in this stage alanine protein will be present. Then the next stage is, so in the first, this is second, then the third stage is elastin fibers. In this stage what happens is that the fibrillar proteins, which are fibrillar proteins surround the elastin fibers, and the elastin fibers are almost 90% present in this, and they form a system called the elastic fiber system. Fibrillar protein surround elastin protein and form elastin fiber system. In this system, 90% are elastic proteins. Now the next thing is that the elastin protein is rich in some amino acids. Amino acid present are glycine, proline, and there are two more amino acids present in them. The one is demosine and the second one is isodesmosine. Desmosine and isodesmosine. These both are responsible for the elastic property of the elastic fibers. Responsible for elastic property. Now they are present in almost those connective tissues mainly and abundantly which are mostly vulnerable to stress and strain and elasticity. And what happens to the elastic fibers is that they are the most elastic one, and they can easily take any shape if they are under pressure or under stress. So they are mostly found in the lungs and like vertebral column, because our bending portion is like dependent on that. So in the lungs, because we respire for the all time, so the lung need compliance, so the elastic fibers are mostly present abundantly there. And yes, one more thing is that the in the vertebral column it is constituted of ligamentum flava. Ligamentum flava. So here we are done with our half of the chapter, connective tissue chapter. And yes, the half of the remaining portion, the cells of the connective tissue, we'll discuss in the next video. So wait for the video, and yes, like my video, share and comment on my video, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you guys.